Welcome to Skiddaw and welcome to Ullock Pike. Now, Skiddaw is a mountain in the Lake District National Park and it's 931 metres or 3,054 foot high to the summit, and it's also the 6th highest in England. In this video we're going to be riding on the traditional mountain bike all the way up to the top and descending down the side of the mountain rather than going down the main footpath. And as you saw from the intro, this is also the mountain that broke 3 of my ribs.
Hello and welcome to the BOTG channel and something a little bit special today. It's my birthday and I'll cry if I want to. Today we're up in the Lake District and we're going to be doing Skiddaw and Ullock Pike. Now this is going to be a monster when it comes to the uphills. It's going to be a monster, that's what I'm told. But you know what, I never got to do Snowdon because the bike was broken. So I'm here on the orange Enduro bike. I'm going to set myself a challenge today. We can do this. I'm told it's horrendous, but the downhills are supposed to be fantastic. Everything's on the backpack, as you can see, helmet, everything. So before you all start screaming, why haven't you got an helmet on? I'll obviously have it on the way downhill, but enough waffle, more riding. It's a beautiful day here. Temperature's cold, my hands are freezing, so up there it's going to be blowing a blooming gale. You can tell I'm from Yorkshire, can't you? But anyway, let's get going. Welcome to Skiddaw and welcome to Ullock Pike. 49, oh bugger. Before we start the climb, I just wanted to say I've actually increased tyre pressures here to around 30. Now, it probably would be better, I may even let some air out when we come to do the downhill section, but it's better to have harder tyres on this gravelly stuff, especially on an enduro bike, because it's not really meant for climbing. So do consider your tyre pressures as well before you head up there into the yonder. Now, I've seen some videos on this on YouTube, and it looked absolutely epic, but I'm fully aware that on those videos they didn't really show you much, if any, of the actual climb. So what I'm going to do in this video is, we may get to see a little bit of the climb, but what I'm also going to do is I'm going to give you the 3 words. If you've got the app, I'll give you the 3 words so you know exactly where to park and where you can actually start this ride. So we've only probably done what, 200 yards, something like that, directly from the car park, and immediately in front of me the GoPro effect will probably show that this looks as flat, pardon my non-politically correct term, as flat as a witch's tit. But this already, I can see, not this section which is steep, but the windy road ahead of us. I'm going to have legs like fat on a whitbread by the time I get to the top of this. So of course this hill in front of me is not even Skiddaw. Skiddaw is over to the left. So don't go thinking when you look up here that this 25-degree incline coming up is the peak, because it ain't. Oh no, it's not. Downhill better be epic. It will be. Oh my god, how steep is this? In a word, steep. Holding on to everything, it's not what it seems. Singing Elton Chains now, getting altitude sickness. The air's getting thin. About a 1/5 of the way up this first section, it gets into these really rocky slabs, which you can imagine is probably better today with it being dry, but once this is in the wet, this is going to be pretty slippy. And of course on this ride you need to make sure you've done a proper bike check, especially on brake pads, because if the other side when we come down are as bad as this, you're certainly going to burn through some of them. Yes, I need an haircut, you don't need to tell me. Now we've only done 500 meters and let me tell you now, this thing is no joke. This thing is no joke, and I would recommend that if you're bringing obviously I'm bringing tripods and cameras and you name it, I'm bringing it with me. Take a rest every 10 minutes, because even after 500 meters, We're nowhere near, we're probably not even a fifth of the way up this first hill. That's quite a way down into the valley. But anyway, enough moaning, let's get right in. So far, there has been quite a lot of pushing because some of these gradients are 28%, and that's pretty damn steep. And where you're going to feel it most is in the back of your legs, the calves. It really does, because your feet angle constantly like this all the time. Isn't that beautiful down at Keswick? Absolutely stunning. So we're now at the section called Allerdale Ramble, and this bit is rideable. In fact, it actually feels good to be not biking and pushing it. Now, I've seen a couple of walkers coming up and said, I've just seen a couple of your mates up ahead. I says, I'm out on my own solo. She said, the e-bikers. So there you go, it's confirmed you can actually ride up here on an e-bike, and I think it would be really pleasurable getting up some of those sections we've just come up. Although extremely steep, you could challenge yourself and see if you could get up without dabbing. So one of the things I've found is, because this hill is so steep, it's your head that goes before your actual body do. You think this is never going to end. And obviously when we're doing cross country, we do have the big hills like in the peaks and the dales and places like that, but nothing as severe as this. It really is steeper and longer than you can really appreciate on the vast majority of videos out there, which is why I'm showing you some of this uphill and not just the downhill. So what I found is, apart from singing a song, Alice in Chains, Mudvayne, Deathcore, whatever it is that'll take your mind away and just keep going, is I've found the easiest way is to pick a rock further up, aim for that rock. When you get to that rock, just give yourself 10-15 seconds breather, a little sip of water, continue and continue. It's getting windy. To the gods, subscribers, to my mother for giving birth to me, I thank you all. You all mean a lot to me. Section 1 done. And now the steep bit. As we get to this point here where this stye is, you would imagine that we would be going up there, but by holy smoke, that's steep. But we're actually not. We're actually going to be making a detour here up this side, because eventually we are going to be doing Ullock Pike and Skiddaw. So far it's a climb and a half, but do you know what? I feel really good. Let's get through here. Let's continue the journey. Whether I split this into 2 videos, I don't know, because we've still got a hell of a long way to keep going. You've done well. Come on love, let's get going. No, well I could put that there so I don't see the extent of the climb coming up. But this doesn't look too bad. Sweet lady Jesus and all the disciples. Come on, go. So there we go, we're on top of Skiddaw. Awesome, and then you can see down below us there, this peak here, that is Ullock Pike, and so we're going to be riding down the mountain here, down up to the top. I might not look it, but I actually feel really good. I feel quite fresh. So this is the route we're going to be taking here at Ullock Pike. It is slaty goodness all the way down, and I am not going to joke to you when I say this looks a little bit sketchy. It is very, very steep here. These cameras never give you that emphasis of just how steep it is. Now, what I'm actually thinking while I'm up here, is that when we get to the bottom here, we're going to go along this ridge line here, up to the top. Welcome to Ullock Pike. And as you can imagine, this is very steep. This is very steep. Obviously we don't want at any point here for the front wheel to lock up, even though I'm going to be feathering it. Front wheel locked up a bit there. Wow, I think this is probably going to be the worst bit. In fact, I've seen a few people actually pushing these little bits and cutting it out of the footage. I can't get over to see how steep this is. Come on, we can do it. Get past this little bit. Don't want to get a puncture. Yep, it's loose. Right, this is what we wanted. We wanted a challenge. My God, that is quite intense. See that? I couldn't actually stop then. That's how steep that bit is. Great fun though. Surprised we haven't had a puncture yet. Ooh, slippy. She's a fast old girl, good God. Woo. Wow. Are we just ridden down that? Holy fudge. Well, I'm in awe that I've just ridden down that. I can't... No camera is going to show you how steep that is. I'm actually chuffed with myself because from the bottom when you look up you'd think, oh, not a cat and else chance I'm going to ride up or down that. And I've just done it. Yeah, and there were sections where you can't ride it because you hit one rock, you pick the wrong line and you go over the bars. Because of the gradient, you're going to really mess yourself up. So it's an absolute body armour, elbows, knees, full face. Do not attempt to do that without them. Please, take that as one bit of advice from the booty. Please don't do that. Unless you've got some serious gear on. You're just going to end up hurting yourself. Love that bike. Got to be careful and try and not split this tyre. I don't want to get a puncture on the way down. It is pretty rocky. Got there a flat. No. Obviously you don't know what's on the other side of these rocks when you're riding over them. Good old Lake District, of course. These rocks are super sharp. Hiya. You what? That is steeper than it looks.
I know, I walked down it. I missed the main trail.
Yeah.
The other one looks a bit easier.
Yeah, it's one of those that if you hit a rock on your front, it'll use the front straight over.
Well, enjoy, mate.
All part of the fun. See you later.
Yeah, maybe not cycle down this bit.
I know that's sketchy, that. Oof. These are the ones you got to watch out for. These ones here. These are the ones that speed. That's underfoot. They're the ones that split the tyres. We'll be alright from here. This is so steep. Whoa. Losing the bike. I'll find the right way down here. Pick a path. I think the left-hand path might be better. That is quite dangerous. I might be able to ride this bit. Fuck, fuck. So yeah, there are some sketchy bits on this ride. Should be alright for now. Should be alright down here. My God, that is intense. Again, no way you can get down that. It's this way, yeah, it's this way. We can get down that way. You've just got to need to be careful, it's very loose. It's how steep it is that's the issue, not the not how loose it is. Nearly. Nearly. It's all fun and affair. Trying to tether that front brake, but the speed it picks up almost instantly is amazing. The sound of that. A bit cocky now. Holy fuck! Oh, arm pump! Woo! Careful with that front brake. Keep your body low, not over the back wheel. You're right, Andy. I think I broke my rib. Oh. Well, I'm alright. No leg broken, no arms broken. But I think I broke a rib. As long as I haven't punched it along. I don't think I have. My belt's broken. Oh my god. Fuck. And just as I was talking about safety, I don't know whether I've broken a couple of ribs. Right, so I'm going to have to be careful now getting back. Shit. So this is going to be a fun ride back. Oh my god. We'll see how I feel I get to the bottom. If I need to, then I'll get mountain rescue out. Oh, that hurts. Maybe it's just muscle. Yeah, that is quite painful. That is quite painful.
So you may be wondering, like I was initially, what the hell happened there? I was really tired as we got down here. The GoPro still doesn't now on screen. This looks fairly flat. It isn't, it's really steep. So you've got almost 3,000 foot of downhill constantly on the brakes, and it does get tiring after a while. I had quite bad arm pump, not that that's an excuse. And you can tell on the video my lines were all over the place. I just didn't have a flow at all. Didn't concentrate, and the front wheel slipped into that little banking and dug in on the other side. So, well done, Maxis. You certainly got some grip on those tyres. And that's what threw me over. Now, I landed on my right-hand side, and yet it was the left-hand side ribs that we cracked or broke. So it was either the bike or the mobile phone that was in my pocket that actually did the damage. Anyway, I finally got myself down to the bottom of the mountain, and let's just say, a lot of cars drove straight past me, but one kind soul did help me back up the mountain and put my bike back on the bike rack. So thank you, sir. You know who you are. You are a legend.
Ooh. Oh my god. Oh well, it's your birthday, something to remember, eh? Something to remember. If they're not broken, I would imagine they're fractured. It feels like it's got to be more than one. No cycling, is that the route? Well, I might see if somebody with a van on the way up or down will give me a lift up, because there is a big old climb, road climb. But I'm hurting now. Oh boy. This is all you need. Super. So I'm going to go into Keswick now, back to that bike shop, and ask them where I should go. I definitely feel like something wrong with my ribs. I've got a big one on my arm swollen, but yeah, we're conquered. And so our story comes to an end. 3 to 4 cracked ribs. More drugs than a maraca, with instructions on what to take, when to take it. So I won't be doing a Walna Scar tomorrow. Holy but Jesus, does it hurt. And it's only going to get worse. So I'm actually quitting the losses here. She recommends that I get home today, because it's going to be worse tomorrow, so there'll be no point trying to get the bike on the back and all this stuff. While the bike's on the bike rack, now's the time to go home. So 4 to 6 weeks recovery. See you later. Bye bye. So as we're in the Lake District, as you know, the weather, you can never predict it. One minute it's cold and the wind is quite biting, and now of course the sun's come out and you get the opportunity to overheat. So make sure you bring plenty of water, because really is, let's be honest, this first fifth or even a quarter, I'm not quite sure how far we've come up the first mountain, you really do drink a lot more water. And the worst thing you want to get on an uphill like this is dehydration. It's only 6 miles up, but that 6 miles is quite brutal. Are you ready, Orangina? Olive? Can't have a man's name, it just doesn't seem right. Olivia.